What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new here, I try to post at least, man, that's loud, at least every 2 weeks, and kind of go back and forth between the GX and the Tacoma. Today we're going to be working on the Tacoma. So I'm going to put the new ScanGauge 3. It's not that new, it's not that recent, but it is newer. So for me, I've always been a fan of the gauges. I have right now the Tacoma an Ultra gauge. It's probably like 11 years old, still works, does everything that I kind of want except the transmission temp. And then I went with their new one. They have a cheaper version, a ScanGauge 2. But I felt like it was a little too analog for me. I think this one will kind of fit the truck better. Kind of some reasoning too. So I'm a fan of the gauges. I think it helps you learn your vehicle. You kind of get an idea of like the temperatures that it wants to be at when it's highway driving, city driving, stuck in a drive-through, or kind of waiting to pick up kids. You get an idea of what it's doing, and it kind of alerts you that something is off. So that's right away. That's why I like it the most, and it's just like you're more in tune with the vehicle. That being said, the Ultra gauge is working fine. It hasn't given me any issues. I just want it for the trans temps because after the URD pipe install, which I'll link that up somewhere here, one of the exhaust rods goes under the pan of the trans, pretty close. So I want to see if that's having any effect on the actual temperature of the transmission fluid. And if it is, then I'll end up potentially getting a better transmission cooler with its own fan in the future. But we'll take this. I want to get this in, use it for a while, see what it's doing, especially out on the trails, which that's really what I care for it the most. And then getting a better idea of getting it into the truck and just a better idea of what's going on with it. In terms of mounting, this comes with like a magnetic suction mount for the window. So I might just throw that one in there now just to keep it easy. And then in the future, maybe come up with whatever mounts I want and maybe put it in a different location. But we'll talk about that once we get it up in the truck. So let me get the truck in here and we'll throw it up in there, all right? See you in a sec. All right, let's talk this out real quick. And I'm going to try to do this with one hand here. So I got the Ultra gauge just kind of unhooked and lying down. Essentially, I would love for it to kind of go in the same spot. So as you can see, it's way bigger. So anywhere you try to put it, it just kind of takes up a lot more room, and I got a lot going on here where it can't go. That's ridiculous. I can't get it close enough here, right? Because the issue with using the supplied mount is that it sticks out pretty far. I mean, look where that is, right? Even if I put it right here, let's say, put it right there. This thing is going to be like all up right here. Like it's kind of up in your face. Same thing kind of here. I'm not a huge fan of that there. So what I'm thinking, and like the old Ultra gauge, the 2, you can put it here. I mean, it's not terrible, but it does block a lot there. So there's not a lot of options here. What I'm thinking I'm going to do, at least for this one ride right now, is put it right here with some double-sided tape. It's not in the center, so it's not blocking the whole kind of compartment. I'm just going to block it a little bit here. I'm going to try to set it up at an angle. Like the bottom of this is at an angle, so it'll kind of point it up, which is kind of cool. I'll put some double-sided like 3M tape there, and that way it'll be at least nice and out of the way. And if I hate it and I think it sucks and it just really pissing me off, I'll come up with another way, because ideally I like it up top, and I'll just come with a way to lock it in and kind of maybe go into the headliner. But we're gonna try that one for now and see how it goes for today. Even if I don't make it, if it's a couple days and it pisses me off, I'll look into get the right brackets and all that type of stuff. So I'm going to remove this. I do have to get the A-pillar off just to remove this wiring, and then unplug it, and then we'll run our new wiring and get it set up. So I'll be right back. All right, so quick little idea of how I did this. I'm going to leave it here for now, just to see if I like it or not for this one trip. Since I didn't want to permanently mount it here, just in case, I haven't permanently run the wire yet. So I just kind of have it underneath my mat, kind of going right up the side here underneath this panel, to the OBD2 port. I'm kind of running across, and I have it underneath just right here for now, just to hide some of that extra. I mean, this does kind of annoy me. It's not something that I would want permanently, but we're going to leave it here for now. 2 pieces of double-sided tape right here. You can kind of make it out right there. From where I'm sitting, you won't be able to really see that. And I put this piece of foam down here just to give it the strength that it needs to stay nice and tight. All right, peeps, so it's been about 3 weeks since I started this video. So the beginning of the video I filmed about 3 weeks ago. I've had this sitting and running in this position now for 3 weeks. I can tell you that I absolutely love it here. I think it's a perfect spot for it. Doesn't get in my way. I can see the numbers very clearly. If you see me I'm set up with my work shirt because I was in the middle of doing a power steering swap on the GX. So I was getting rid of the fluid and putting in a new reservoir because that one's caked. But I broke the brand new reservoir, so stopped filming that. Had to put the old one back in after I flushed it and cleaned it, so I'm kind of pissed. But you know, that's how it goes here. I'm gonna order a new reservoir for there. I might order 2 new lines because I was looking at some of the hoses are pretty rough. So I'll get back to that. But anyways, back to here. This is why I look like this and what I've been doing today. I was doing great until I smashed up that reservoir. Just know it happens to all of us. We break shit all the time. Anyways, I'm going to throw you down here. I just wanted to let you know about 3 weeks of running. Love it here. I'm going to show you my screens and what I have set up. And that way, you know, it'll kind of guide you if you guys want to do that as well. Let me set you up down here so you can see what I'm talking about. Dirty, just real quick, my setup. I love to see my oil temp. I want trans step 1 and 2. If you look, they seem to be very close, which is why I do want to get a better trans cooler with a fan up there. I've been working on a project with 2 fans. I filmed it. I never put it up because I wasn't sure it was going to do anything. I can tell you now it didn't. But we'll get into that when I put in the new trans temp cooler. And then I love to see my coolant temp, battery voltage, and for whatever reason, I definitely like looking at the intake temps. Like those are that's my first page. So second page, I have the tire pressure. Pretty simple. I mean, it is extremely close to what the factory says. This one just has, it's a little bit more like precise, which doesn't mean shit to me. I like seeing it here. And on the third page, I like these right here. Honestly, it's a little bit more into detail as to what's going on, but I barely spend any time on this page. I am always right here, and that's everything that I like seeing right away. So that's how I set mine up. Hi guys. So just like that, we're all pretty much done and wrapped up. If you think that there's something I should be monitoring that I'm not, definitely let me know in the comments. I would love to throw it up on the screen and just figure out what it is. Would appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Really helps me out a lot. But as usual, thank you so much for watching. You guys be good. Stay safe out there.